Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Today we're doing a playing vlog. PGA Pro Tony Lutsack versus me, Brendon. Let's see how it goes. Today, Tony, let's do it. Good luck to you, sir. Yeah.
Good luck.
All right, today we're at, come on, Alvin. Today we're at Royal Links Golf Club in Las Vegas. Haven't gotten to play the course yet, but what's your impressions of the facility so far?
Oh, this place is awesome.
Yeah, it's a recreation of all the best holes from the British Open. So this would be a recreation of, I think it's the Swolken Bridge, where Nicholas, took his picture, and Watson took his picture the last time they played at St. Andrews. Yeah. And this first hole is their recreation of the 10th at Royal Lytham. So how's the golf game been, Tony? We hear a lot about your instruction inside the lab, reactionarygolf.com, everything else. But how's your personal golf game been?
What golf game?
Okay, you haven't played?
No, so finished up the master's degree in exercise science, so that's now official. And almost done with the PhD in engineering.
Oh, okay.
So it's been classwork. Finished out the semester with 3 A's and a B.
Awesome. Let's see.
Who goes first?
Keep it official. You.
I go first.
So expectations are on the low end here, Tony, huh?
For me. Yeah.
Well, let's set the match. We'll do. Hopefully we can get 9 in. Let's do a 9-hole match play.
Okay.
And straight up.
Of course.
Of course, of course.
If you would ask for straight,
yeah.
that would be. I'd discourage that. Okay, here we go. Good luck, man.
Yep. Love it. Love it.
Get off that hill a little bit.
You're well in front of it. Yeah, that's a dead straight shot just on the left-hand side fairway.
Oh, we still got that 10 spot. I gotta go tweak this a little bit.
Oh, you do, yeah. Unfortunately, there will be a stiff penalty for adjusting your driver in the middle of a round.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Okay. No, we were doing a drill, actually, pretty interesting drill on the range where Tony set his, I use an 8.5 driver, so he set his driver to 10.5. He usually uses a 9.5, but he set it at 10.5 and was trying to get me to hit as low as I could with that high lofted driver, huh?
Worked pretty well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we got a cool Instagram impact shot out of that. Good miss. Yeah, I know that. I was like, man.
Good swing.
The needle's out. So Tony, tell people a little bit, and my microphone's over here so they can hear.
Okay.
So tell people a little bit. We know you as a teacher and kind of your evolution as a student now. Tell people a little bit about your playing career. I know you started off. You were like the Jack Nicklaus Jr. of Michigan.
Well, I don't know. Let's say Bay City, Michigan.
Okay, of that, get real specific. Yeah.
Real specific. Well, because what ended up happening when we won the state championship. Well, that was the second year. First year of junior college, I finished like second in the state. Went down to nationals, and that was the first time I've gone from Michigan down to Florida, and that was just an experience on Bermuda grass. But then the following year we won the state championship in junior college.
And so you personally played well?
I personally played well, and the difficult thing is when you start getting outside, and I decided, do I stay up in Michigan? I had kind of a small offer to go to another school in Michigan. Yeah,
limited golf time throughout the year.
Limited golf time, everything else, and I knew that going down to Florida was the place to be. So I had to go down south. And so that's when I went down to Mississippi State, because first of all, I didn't even know where Mississippi State was, what conference they were in. I didn't know they were in SEC. Never heard of them before.
Yeah.
But the facility down there was really, really bad. And I ended up hurting my back, and that kind of got me back into the instruction side of things, trying to figure out why I hurt my back.
Why did I play well? Why did then I get hurt?
Yeah, and in between, I took some lessons, and I grew 4 or 5 inches. And that just kind of was the turning point of golf instruction's a mess. Because what I was told to do biomechanically now, and that was the reason why, part of the reason why I went back to school, is because I knew what I was teaching worked, but I couldn't explain why. I didn't know the mechanisms.
Right. And then you constantly have people arguing with you because that's not what you see in
slow-mo. You can't use your right arm in golf swing. That kills it.
Yeah.
And so,
well, we'll talk about it more. Let's hit the road and we'll continue from college on. All right, Tony. Good drive, and this is Dormant Bermuda, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna flag out a little bit. We got 124 in the flag. To
a red stick that is a little. Sounded great.
Get up. Got a little stuck at the bottom. Yeah,
came up just a little short.
Yeah.
So a strange lie because the ball's below your feet, but you're tilted up. So it's the two different things.
Yeah, I kind of, and that's one thing I felt it once I got up there. It's like, I really need to get a different club because that kind of got me stuck.
Yeah.
Through the ball.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden that distance is perfect for a gap wedge, but now I can't get up through it, so I can't compress it the way I want to. So really should just went back and grabbed a pitcher.
Bigger club.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, I got 81 yards here to that flag there. There's lots of, it's funny, there's not a lot of flat spots here, which is cool. We were using this app, this little thing today that it's a launch monitor that it'll call out different numbers to hit. And these are like whenever I played with like really good players, like tour players or something, this is where they're way better than the really good amateurs that I play with.
Yeah, they know the numbers. If they miss it, it's probably going to be a little right or left. It's not going to be shorter.
So I'm expecting this to go a little left because it's above my feet. So I'm going to aim just 6 feet right of that. Oh man, it's terrible.
Yeah, see, that's that over the top.
Oh, I hit it thin and a million yards past the green.
Yeah, so you can
ruined my good drive.
Divot went left. That's one thing I'd recommend. Like for right now, your goal is to create a particular shot pattern. I would be trying to hit draws the whole time.
Yeah, every shot.
Every shot.
Yeah. All right, my ball is long gone. All right, I got this long chip, pitch shot. I'm gonna give myself at least a 2-putt for a bogey. That would be the at least. Roll. Roll. Get to the sun at least. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, it really did. Great shot. So Tony, you grew 4 or 5 inches when you were like 19 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it really goofed up my...
So you were like 6'1" or something, and then...
6'1" coming out of high school, and next thing you know, I'm 6'5".
No.
Fast,
these really are fast. I didn't think of that. Wow.
Yeah, Dormant Bermuda, this is...
Still me. That was more downhill than I thought. All right, one positive thing. Okay, bogey for me, so Tony's putting for the win. Oh, great putt, great putt. All right, so Tony's one up. So we were just doing stuff for this thing that we're gonna put out, Tony, called Reactionary Golf Masterclass. And in that, we were talking a lot about the hips and body and working everything. So my mind is like, you know, racing with all that stuff. But it's pretty normal for the typical YouTube golf viewer. They have a lot of thoughts in their mind anyway. How do we kind of turn the volume down on that kind of crowded restaurant of, you know, voices and actually perform a little bit?
It's shot patterns. What shot can we create or can you create that's going to kind of bring that awareness in. That mental model is one of the things.
So don't focus on the parts and pieces of what you're trying to do, but the actual shape you're trying to make.
Yeah. So if we're trying to hit a draw, that was kind of like we said, let's hit draws, and we got those on the range. So there's a certain awareness, a certain feel you have right there to hit the draw. That's what we want to really dial into, and seeing that draw and just kind of being that awareness.
Yep.
You know, if I'm going to shoot a basketball, I already know the feeling behind how to just launch it without even thinking about the mechanics of what I go through. That's what we want to happen.
Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, like I said, every hole out here is a recreation of a famous hole from the Open Championship. So this is cool. Royal Troon hosted the Ladies British Amateur in 1904. Lottie Dodd, a 5-time Wimbledon singles tennis champion, added the amateur title to her impressive resume. So that's a double that probably will never be repeated.
Well, you know what though? There's a lot of similarities. So when we talked about hitting that draw,
yeah,
with that forehand stroke, and I don't know if she was right-handed or left-handed.
Yeah, you taught tennis last semester as part of your.
Yeah, and so that was one of the things when we look at tennis, we never try to spin the racket. You set your hand on there for different grips, and then it's a stroke. It's a path that you create. For all
you don't
have
shots. You don't have time as it's being returned to change your grip to then hit a cut shot or a lob shot. Yeah, we're not, you got to create it with the hand. Yeah.
Exactly. So this way, it's kind of preset. And the same thing with the golf swing. We take away face rotation. We take away the shaft spin. It's just too inconsistent doing this. So I can see why she won.
You're up. Awesome shot, Tony. Man, I love that. That's hanging in the air forever.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
No, you're good. You're good.
Hang on.
Wow, there's some pot bunkers out there that is an instant stroke penalty if you get into them. 372 yards, pretty straight. I like the design like this where you're taking a pretty basic, flat, straight hole, but it's still really interesting, you know, as far as it sets up to your eye, you can kind of focus yourself. All right, Tony, so I'm gonna hit a draw here. I'm gonna try to hit a draw every shot I play today. Oh man, yeah. You did. All right, good. I'm just in the dormant Bermuda.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was very, very lucky for the way it felt as soon as I hit it. I thought I hit it into the street.
And that's where you want to keep the whole motion going. You know.
Oh yeah, that's when you stop.
You stop and you're trying to correct it at the bottom. You really want to keep that whole thing going.
If you guys are interested, I just had these. One of our Be Better golfers that's coming to the school put together these head covers. They're pretty cool.
Those are sharp.
Yeah, Rockin' L&M. It's this. It's actually a Navajo guy that lives on the reservation there, and so he collects Native American blankets and then repurposes them into driver head covers. So it's pretty neat. Love that drive you hit. That was awesome.
Give me a couple days. Actually, feel like playing.
Good. Okay, cool. All right, Tony, I hit it. Shoot that for me. How far are we from here?
121 from where I'm standing.
Okay, so I got very lucky. Not only because that shot wasn't awesome, but because I missed this. I'm sure a lot of these bunkers have names, but I missed this horrible bunker just by a little bit. That would just be a splash out. So 121. I'm gonna try to hit a draw again, right?
Yeah. Now just obviously recognize ball, the type of lie you have and what adjustments you have to make ball position wise.
Oh man. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, just splatted. Okay. Let's see how you did. Tony hit an awesome drive, stayed in the air for a long time. And he's rewarded with a good lie here.
Yeah, we gotta fly it, right?
You do, yeah. It's a false front. Like if you land it too far short, it'll roll backwards off of it.
Yeah.
Very sloped greens here. Give the play-by-play too. Okay. Thin a little left. To the back. You just didn't anticipate what that lie was. You just didn't read it right.
I tried to hit down on it, I just kind of shifted a little bit too much forward on it coming out.
Yep.
And so I just caught a little bit thin.
Now, Tony, we're talking about all of my swing issues. What are the main things that you're working on in your swing usually? I saw like in a lot of the slow-mos we shot in Mississippi with you, you have like I know you're not really trying to create it, but you do have this like ton of lag, you know, like Boo Weekly style lag almost.
Yeah, for me, my lower body isn't moving the way I want it to. I kind of I'm a little bit like you. I get a little bit this way, and then that gets me a little bit steep into the ball, and I kind of did it on that shot. So that's the reason why I'm really trying to post up better here.
Yeah.
And with my bad back before, I couldn't do that. So I was always protecting my back by doing that. So now I can go up and through it and be fine. But it's just, unfortunately, I've kind of created some bad habits because of protecting my back.
A little recap in the match. Tony made the par on the first hole. I made bogey. Now I'm sitting short, but have a pretty straightforward chip here. One down in the match. All right, so usually on these, because of like the angle of approach that the ball, because I'm here and the green's here, so the ball on its apex is not going to be coming down like it would if it's on its level. It's going to be landing when it's still kind of going on the flat. So this should roll out a little bit more than you think, but also the uphill you have to hit it harder. So really try to pick my landing spot and make great impact. It's not bad. Go! There we go. Thanks. Needs up and down for sit down. These are so fast once you get to that point. It's just, yeah, it's just downhill from there. It rolls so fast. I'll go while you're sitting there. Thank you. All right. To keep the lead, Tony. Great putt, though.
Stayed right there. Thought it was going to come off a little bit.
All right. Match is all square. Moving into the third. I don't know any of these holes, what we're going or what we're doing.